The Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation podcast with myself, your host, Edgar De Jesus. And yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John, JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, we're talking to Alexander Jacobs with United Aqua Group, Mr. Max Brown with the Pool Boys, and Alex Diaz with Peerless Pool Covers. They are the nominees for the 30 under 40 Rookie of the Year. I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, the podcast where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting and splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started today, I want to thank our sponsors for this podcast, the Ultimate Pool Tools, the SPPA, poolinvoice.com, Blu-ray Excel, Aquastar Pool Products, and Pivot Pool Products. We want to thank them for their continued support. Zach, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually excited to have another pool boy here with me tonight and a witness to the crap that you guys put me through. So now there's proof, and I have someone that saw it. So thank you, Max, for being here. And with that, I think we should just go ahead and jump in. So I'd like to welcome everyone to our safety training class hosted by Edgar De Jesus. And tonight we'll be covering how to safely use a steak knife to open your packages. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Edgar.
Wow, I got called old last night, John. I don't know how to use a knife. I'm just going downhill. John, how you doing? Save me here, bro. Get my back.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm in full meltdown mode right now. I was in a beautiful mood. I really was. I got home. I'm kind of excited. Finished my day, and pools have been just gorgeous for the last like 4-6 weeks. And I said the W word earlier today, and we're just finished barbecuing. Mama going, and then we go outside, or she opens up the door, and we just got hit with a haboob, which is a huge sandstorm. And the whole Coachella Valley where we're at is completely blanketed in sand. So we can't, you literally can't see 5 feet in front of you right now. And I shit you not, I've already gotten like 4 text messages from customers saying, "I'm so sorry, John.
I have people in. Can you come tomorrow?"
Yeah. And look, and just to this is a picture of our valley right now, right? Coming down, and you can, I don't know if you guys can, you probably can't.
I was trying to figure out what you were trying to show us earlier.
Yeah. Look up haboob.
Not a boob, haboob.
No, haboob.
Haboob.
Yeah, be careful with that one.
Haboob. And if you look that up, you'll see what it is, and it is pretty gnarly. So good thing is about 80% of our clients are on iAqualink or some form of automation. So we're going to call in all our employees for overtime tonight and for the next couple of days, and we're going to click on those pools and let those cleaners get moving. That when we get to them tomorrow, and hopefully they're going to be pretty clean, aside from the steps and spots and so on. So, but other than that, that's my day. Average day of a pool guy.
Other than that, you're in a chipper mood.
Yeah. Look, we have our new employee, right? Fabian, and it's like and every pool has been like spot on.
I was going to say, that's right. No issues, huh?
And it's been like, holy crap. I'm like, dude, I don't want them to think this is how pools are, right? And our goal is what we say when we talk to customers. And I go, look, my walk into your backyard the following week, I want it to just left it. That is the ultimate goal. And that doesn't, and we're going to do whatever we need to do to make sure that that pool is running, and condition and things are moving and flowing. And we got cleaners, we got solar breeze, we got, we got everything you possibly can imagine working for us so that the pool always stays clean, right? And not just for us, but for the customers aesthetically. And I was like, dude, we haven't even really had to drop a vacuum. We haven't really do anything. So it's kind of like shit. But now he's going to get this old guy out here in the valley.
He's going to quit on Friday. He's going to quit next week.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because I'm like, all right, cool. I got somebody out here and he's going to go through the struggle of what we went through. Anyways,
I want you to look at something, John, in this podcast that we're doing. So you're talking about the 4-letter word, the bad 4-letter word for a pool guy, right? And so Zach is just kind of down there like looking, and he's just like, meh, like nothing. And then both of the Alexes are like intently listening, right? But there's not a lot of reaction. And then Max is freaking out over on the other corner, just like you see him like going back and forth, and he's nervous. And you're talking about the new scrubbers. Guy, and that's right, he gets it.
We're tub scrubbers, right?
I feel your pain.
Feel my pain, brother.
I feel your pain. I just got done training a guy. Good. Today he was out there till like 5 o'clock scrubbing those algae pools. So I got you.
We're tub scrubbers. We know.
Crazy.
We know the drama.
Yep. So, guys, for everybody listening, this is going to be a little bit hard today because I have 2 Alexes. So I'm going to have to go with like Alex J and Alex D. That way we kind of know who we're talking to. So I'm going to jump in with Alex J. How you doing?
Well, real well, thanks. I appreciate having me on.
Now, you're out in North Carolina, right? You're out over at the Aqua Live show?
I am, yeah. I left, they had an event for Hall of Fame that I left a little early, but I got a chance to, see a lot of people, go in a couple simulators, and they have, a race simulator for a few minutes, and they have one of like a pit stop simulator too, which is a lot of fun. It was just a good time.
They called out John and they challenged him on the pit stop. So
I know.
So
look, I know nothing about NASCAR. Absolutely nothing about NASCAR. And maybe I might know a little bit more. I don't know anything about soccer, and I might know a little bit more about soccer than I do of NASCAR. So I'd probably get my ass kicked.
It's fun.
It sounds like it. So you got called out. So Mr. Brown, how you doing?
Not too bad. Y'all are going to have me up past my bedtime here. I got to be up early, get out there and get after it. But no, I'm glad to be here. Glad to see some of my competition coming up here in a couple weeks. And thanks for having me on.
No problem. So by the way, don't buy into that. I go to bed at 9 o'clock from Zach. So, just if you need to stay up late, it's all good.
No, can't do that. I'm up bright and early, 5:30.
Oh, that's crazy. Alex Diaz, how you doing?
Doing good, fellas. How are you guys?
I think everybody's good. Everybody's doing good, but John. I think John mentally is probably going to be the only one that's kind of checked out a little bit here.
Yeah, watch out. Don't piss me off today.
So, John,
I don't just bark, I bite.
So, I won't be calling you tonight, just to give you a heads up. So, anyways, it's super great to have you guys on. Let's jump in. And before we do that, I want to come over here and kind of give some shout outs for everybody that's jumping online. So first response, big shout out to you, Janie, Maria. By the way, belated happy birthday to you, Maria, out there. Jeanette, big shout out. Hey, Corey's out at the pie show. Corey, how's that pie show going on out there? Mr. Howard Pringle. Hi, John. He's giving you a shout out, John. And Sophie Brown is go off Mookie, is what she's saying out here. So anyways, big shout out to everybody out there. Guys, we want to talk about the Pool Nation Awards. Voting is open. We have 3 of the gentlemen that have been nominated for Rookie of the Year for the 30 under 40 here tonight. What we want you to do is go out to thepoolnationawards.com and register to vote. Voting closes October 15th, so that's right around the corner. The awards are going to be held on November 16th in Las Vegas at the International Pool and Spa Patio Expo. Kind of drew a blank there. And I can guarantee you guys this. It's going to be big. I can guarantee that. We're going big.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
John?
we're going big for sure. Oh, absolutely. We're going big. And you guys don't forget, and I know we keep talking about it, but we're going to keep saying it just so nobody gets disappointed or blindsided. This is going to be a gala event. So suits and ties for men, cocktail dresses for the women. I also want to take a second and thank our sponsors for the awards this year. Our platinum sponsor is Hasa. Our gold sponsors are Blu-ray XL, Heritage Pool Supply, Natural Chemistry, the SPPA, Leslie's Pro, Ultimate Pool Tools, and Aquastar Pool Products. Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely. We also want to thank the International Pool and Spa Patio Expo for hosting the awards, for partnering with us. We really appreciate that. And John, I think a lot of people are starting to kind of go into tux mode, because I think Alex said yesterday he's going to bust out his wedding tuxedo and he's going to wear that at the awards. By the way, if he does that, we're going to have to take pictures with him so that we can kind of reshare that picture in that wedding tux.
I hope I can still fit into it.
That was going to be my next question: is do you still fit into that tux?
It's going to be tight. We'll see.
You know, here's the thing: is you can always rent a tux and like fake us out, and we would never know, right? We'd be like, "Yep, that's it."
It's true.
And I got to back up because you keep talking about how big this event is, and I go to bed early. And have you guys noticed that you late night messengers have been getting responses from me at like 10, 11 o'clock at night? It's because I'm losing sleep. So thanks, Edgar. I appreciate it.
Right.
So to attend the Pool Nation Awards, you need to get tickets, and you can go to poolnationawards.com, and there's a button that says get tickets for Pool Nation Awards, and you can click that and get your tickets right there. Or if you'd like to purchase them through the International Pool Spa and Patio Expo, there's also a red button on that page that says free Expo Pass. And you can click on that and it'll take you to the Expo site where you can register and get a free Expo Pass to get on the floor. However, when you go through that, one of the steps is going to ask you about attending any events, and you can choose the Pool Nation Awards through there and purchase your tickets. So go ahead and do that. And then please note that if you register at the show for the Expo Pass, there is a cost. So if you use the code Pool Nation in all caps, you'll save $60 on that Expo Pass.
That's big. The other thing I want to do is I want to give one more shout out before we get started here, and that is Tori Nicholas. I want to give her a big shout out. She's out here listening, Zach.
And Leslie's on there.
Is Leslie on here? Where Leslie hasn't said hi to me. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I in trouble, Zach?
I don't know. What'd you do?
Yeah, Leslie, did I do something?
It's because I'm up all night now.
Do I need to apologize? That's probably it, huh, John? I'm probably in the bad graces.
Right. So waking up sweating them cold sweats or whatever they are in the bed, soaked. Right? Leslie's all irritated as shit. Saying, dude.
Here goes Edgar again, calling. Damn it. So, anyways, guys, before we get started, I want to thank Ken from the Ultimate Pool Tools. He created a limited edition poll for us last night that we shared on the Instagram Live. If you guys have not seen it, we're going to let you go over to our Instagram page. We saved it on the live, but just go ahead and check those out. Some amazing polls. They're kind of behind me back over here to my left or my right, depending on how this video thing is working. But we want to thank Ken for doing that. That was pretty awesome and super exciting. So
Cool. So let's
do this.
I'm going to say Alexander for Alexander Jacobs, and I'm going to say Alex for Alex Diaz. So we can do it that way. So Alexander, I want to start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the pool industry.
Sure. So I'm from the Philadelphia area, born and raised, lived down in Florida for 10 years and moved back up right during 2020. For the last 10 years, I worked in professional baseball. I was a scout, coach, front office executive for Houston Astros for 7 years. Then I went on to work for the Arizona Diamondbacks for the next 4, coached in the Olympics last year in Tokyo. And really, question for Zach and Max: you guys Astros fans?
Zach doesn't know what baseball is. So you're going to have to excuse him.
I root for the home team over here, so
Zach
they
is
go
like,
Astros.
like logger, anything like logging or like chopping wood or some shit like that. He's a
The
mountain
running
man,
on,
dude. Look at him.
the running on those trees, right, and falling into a
You
big
see it
pile.
doing whatever they're doing, right? Climbing trees and whatever they're doing. That's
He's got the
Zach. He's a
plaid shirt
lumberman.
out in the woods.
I have it
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
John, he did call me up when that whole fishing thing went down. Some guys, I don't know, champions had weights in the fish, and he's calling me and telling me the names of the guys. Like, I'm going to know who they are.
Oh, for sure, dude. We saw the pictures, right? He wasn't using fishing poles. He was like jumping into the creek and biting on the salmon and eating them raw.
Oh, poor Zach.
Oh, shit.
Sorry about that, Alex.
No problem. It's fun. So yeah, worked for the Astros, the Diamondbacks last 10 years, and really decided it was time. Did a lot in the game. Won a World Series with Houston. Here's the ring from 2017. It'll be in Vegas when I'm there for sure. Went to the Olympics. Been part of like deal trades and stuff. Had a lot of fun. Did a lot, and it was just time to move on. I have 2 young kids, 4 and 7, and wanted to stay home with them. So while I'm traveling a little bit now with this job, it's not even close to what was going on in baseball, and decided to pivot. And really, a recruiting company called me and was like, "Hey, this company is interested in you." I'm like, "What is United Aqua Group?" And they're like, "Oh, it's in the pool industry. It's a cool group of people in the swimming pool and spa industry." And I'm like, "Swimming pool and spa industry?" And my mind is, I have no idea. Pronounce diatomaceous earth. I probably still can't pronounce it. So I said, you know what? Because they are interested in my background, 5 minutes, and 5 minutes turned to 10 minutes, turned into 20, 40, turned into interview after interview after interview, to the point where I'm like, you know what? This is cool. United Aqua Group is a cool company. These Collar and Craig Goodson are really, really cool people. Been in the industry for a long time. They hired me, and really the last year, my 1-year anniversary will be pretty much at the Las Vegas show. And it's been probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. So what I do for United Aqua Group, I'm a territory sales manager. I live up in Philadelphia. I have the Northeast from Maine down to North Carolina, as far west as West Virginia, but I kind of have fingers out across the country too, and go around building the group, growing the group, both organically and adding new members, and talking to inspiring people about how they started their companies. And Alex, Zach, John, guys like you, the next two, like your stories and how you got into and I agree, the stories how you got into this industry, and just be inspired by this entire industry has been a wild year. And they said to me at the pool show in Dallas, "Hey man, you only been in it for a week. We got chlorine in your veins. You're in it for life." And you know what? I'll sign on that right now. This is awesome.
That's right. Is it John? Is it in the veins or is it a life sentence? Which one?
Probably both.
Right.
Yeah.
We hear a lot of great ones that we use, right, John? We got the Hotel California. What is it? You can check out anytime, but you can never leave.
Yep.
You got a life sentence once you're in it. So great industry.
Absolutely.
So Alexander, what does United Aqua Group do?
So great question. Alternative to distribution, right? We're an avenue for a pool dealer or pool retailer, construction service, any type of company in the industry to buy manufacturer direct. So pretty much avoid distribution if they want. And benefits of that is, one, you're getting better pricing and you're getting rebates that would normally go to distribution back to you, back in your pocket. So what we do is kind of a unique business model where those rebates go into this fund, and you immediately become an owner of the company, and this fund grows over time. So just by doing your normal everyday business, these rebates go into this fund that creates wealth for you and really your company and your family, or however you want to look at it. Alternative savings account, insurance policy, 501c3 if you have any kids, anything you want. And then just by doing your normal business, in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, however long you're in the group, could have really multi-million dollars in this account for you. So it's It's a way for companies to take advantage of doing their everyday purchasing while getting benefits in the front end on discounts and benefits.
That's very cool. So, from a salesperson perspective, what are your day-to-day duties? What does your day look like?
Sure. So a lot of it is similar to, I'm sure, any sales. I mean, you're up, you're kind of scouring the market, you're kind of seeing who the big players are in your market, reaching out to them, reaching out to leads, asking them, hey, you're interested in UAG. We're obviously, I'm like, communicate with, I mean, Zach, you talked to Connor. There's a fellow, Dan Cohen, up in Cleveland, our Midwest guy, and obviously Kyle Irwin. We put our heads together, come up with strategies to how to get members, or how to pretty much just build awareness to what United Aqua Group. That's probably the most important thing, building awareness, because once people see the model and how it works, they're almost hooked. And while it's not for everyone, those that see it as a benefit to them get hooked on really quick and join the group and see the benefits very, very quickly and are in it for years and years and years, and pretty much for the remainder of their time in this industry. So we come up with strategies, we make cold calls, we make warm calls, anything you would do to try to just drum up some business and just get the word out, start a conversation, really. Whether it's vendors, manufacturers, pool dealers, anything, we're just having fun talking to people.
Hey, before we're gonna jump to Max next, but I have one more question for you, Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
How long has United Aqua Group been around?
We've been around since 1960, up with our 60th anniversary, and we're having a big old conference for our 60th anniversary in Maui in late January. So we're gonna do a big, obviously the pool and spa shows in Vegas, spa pet shows in Vegas this in 40 days, and it's our home town. It's our Super Bowl, so we're gonna do it up as big as we can. I don't think we'll have a booth, but we're just gonna have a lot of fun out there and just make it a good time.
You heard that right.
I did, and my head went right where yours is going. Go ahead and say it.
So are we going to get to tour the facility?
You want to tour the headquarters? Absolutely. Come on down. It's a pretty impressive.
I was thinking something else, John. What were you thinking?
No. All I'm thinking is that we talk about that every single time, and nothing ever happens, right? You know what I mean?
I know, but
like we're all talk. We say it, but we never end up going.
Well,
no one wants to invite us.
That should tell you, because everybody's all like, "Oh, you guys are cool," but nobody actually ever invites us. And I was thinking more Maui than I was thinking in the headquarters, but
sure.
I don't know, right, John?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, okay, well, part of the celebration.
Zach, you and anyone joins the group, it's virtually a tax-free trip to Maui, all expenses paid for the most part. So come on in, let's go to Maui.
So, Zach, what you need to do is you need to join the group and then take me and John with you.
Right, you're +2.
You're +2. Either that, or what you guys can do is you can get Zach to do a speech up there. You can kind of get him as a speaker to kind of go out there and
he's really good.
I don't know, do some. John just did one for the PHTA. I did one for the PHTA. John did one for the California Pool Association. And so, Zach, I think you're next, and you should go out there and kind of do a little present. Is that a no?
That's a hard no.
Come on, dude. It took him all year to work up to doing the awards, right? This is tough. It's tough to get up there. Our boy Zach, man, he cannot waste 1 ounce of courage on any other speech other than the awards right now.
Yes,
that's his main
well,
focus.
Here's the challenge with that. I mean, you got Zach. Zach is going to work out 2-3 times a day. He's on this like carnivore, flesh eating, people eating meat thing that he's just eating like all these crazy animals and livers and hearts and
Bone
I don't know
marrow
what,
and-
right? He's got the mountain man going, he's got all that, and then you tell him to talk in front of people and he's just like, oh, no, I can't do that. It's like, come on, dude.
I know.
Like,
And then
you're
when he
fishing
does,
with your
he
teeth.
knocks it out. And then when he does it, he knocks it out the park. I don't know. I think he's just playing with us.
Don't let these
bent.
guys fool you. I'm much more boring.
He's on another level. All right.
Alex,
Anyways,
Alex, trust me, this guy is like a total mountain, like a man's man. So he's just trying to pull one over everybody.
If I get one more shirtless picture, of you, Zach, out in the mountains, dude, I think I'm gonna throw my phone away or change my number.
Even John, did he send you he took a picture and he said, "Look, I'm kind of imitating Putin out there." And Putin. I remember. So he was on horseback.
He got on the
he was on horseback.
Leslie's putting my pillows on the couch right now. So thanks, guys.
Perfect.
John, I think.
Right, so,
I say, John, I think you came up with a new idea.
what?
I mean, you said Zach pictures of Zach, a pool boy calendar.
Oh no,
dude.
There you go. Zach, January, June, and December.
Oh, for sure.
Hey Max, Max, you're gonna get February, March.
my dad just jumped
wrestling
on.
a grizzly bear, or some shit like that.
He heard you say,
or he'll be like
man.
a Davy Crockett hat or whatever. What is it called? Davy Crockett.
Oh my God.
Coonskin, yeah.
I don't say that.
Yeah, he needs to. He definitely needs to tone down the picture, Zach.
Yeah, come on now. All right, so Max, let's talk to you and get your story. By the way, anything you say here cannot be used against you, as you can see.
Yes.
We roasted Zach, right? Just so you know what I mean, that this is a safe place for you here. And anything you talk about or anything you do, I cannot use against you. Okay.
And I doubled that motion, John. So you cannot use that in any way, shape, or fashion. And if you want to burn Zach right now, we actually encourage that now that we're kind of in that motion. So
No, I appreciate that though. I got nothing but good things to say about Zach. I know.
Look at that, guys. We're giving him like a free swing, and he's like, I got nothing but good things to say about Zach.
He's a smart guy.
Keep it political.
Yeah.
This goes out on the internet, guys.
So, Max, tell us your story. How'd you get started into the pool industry?
Yeah. So a little over 3 years ago, had a buddy who, I was looking for some work, something new, something stimulating. Had been like cleaning yachts before that, pretty fresh out of high school, and said, come help me clean pools. And okay, I'll give it a shot. So I stumbled into this little suite. It said the pool boys on it. Pretty straightforward what was going on here. But only a couple people. I think we had just me and my buddy who got me on working at the time, and basically working out what amounted to a broom closet with the garage door, and no safety precautions, loading chemicals, no doing any PPE at all. But started off just as with the small company. It kind of felt like a family. Enjoyed it, and I built just kind of always been there as we're building, as we're growing. I feel like I'm grown with the pool boys, which is cool. Not kind of growing up to that standard. We've been growing together. I've just been enjoying it, keeping my head down, and seeing the vision and hitting those goals is really rewarding to me, and I really enjoy it.
He's not lying. It was like a broom closet.
That's the beginning, Zach, and that's kind of how you all started. You started out of the garage, and you kind of do all that fun stuff. Now, how many years have you been with Zach over at the Pool Boys?
I believe it was 3 years in May, so just a little over 3 years. May 2019, something like that.
Yep.
So, Zach, really quick, you kind of have to pat yourself on the back. If it's been 3 years, you were working out of a closet 3 years ago. And no, I'm not kidding. And we just had the conversation today. We're talking about the parking lot and all the trucks. And your biggest issue right now is obviously finding parking for your vehicles at work. And so it's got to feel pretty damn good.
It does. And me and Max were having this conversation. Like he said, he's been here since really, 3 years ago. We were in a much different place. And so he's been here as we've grown, and he's seen the strides that we make. And I think, I can say that it's very motivating for both of us. Whereas other people that are now coming into the picture, that have maybe been here a year and a half, they aren't necessarily seeing the strides, even though we're making them behind the scenes. But Max has seen it come from the broom closet to the building to the parking issue, and so it's been really cool to watch that.
That's pretty cool. It's good to take a step back, Zach. And I know that once you're in the grind of it every day, it's very difficult to kind of put a pause, step back, look at it, and kind of see how much progress you've made. And shoot, we've known each other for what, 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
And just the strides that you've made in those 2 years is just leaps and bounds over even a lot of the other companies that have kind of been around the same time that you've been out there. So
Thank you.
big congrats to you, brother. Just, it's amazing.
Thank you.
So Max, let's talk about your day-to-day responsibilities over at the Pool Boys.
Yes. So the beginning of my day is usually always stays the same. I show up bright and early before everyone, start the coffee pot, get all the chemicals loaded up, get the trucks ready to go. We're starting to grow a little bit, like I said, and so I have a guy that helps me now. Before I was loading up 6 trucks full of chemicals and muriatic acid and vac hoses and salt bags by myself. So it's nice that we're getting a little bit of support going. But yeah, that's I'm really just making sure everyone's got what they need for the day. And that's not just me, it's the whole team really. And yeah, that's how my day starts. Pretty much every after that, things that kind of fluctuate. I'm kind of in a flex spot. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Like I said, helping the team. Is someone out sick? Do I need to cover a route? Is it time to do filter cleans? Did someone leave a pool in service mode, or whatever the case might be?
Max is really, like, his role is just, it's very fluid, and it takes a special mentality to be able to handle a role like that and return to work every day, bright and early, first person on the scene, last person to leave. And he's always positive about it. I mean, he's being very reserved and very humble, but never, I don't know that I've seen Max upset. And for over 3 years, it's been very consistent, but his role really entails everything. Whatever we need, it comes at that moment. Hey, can we do this? Max will get it done. He's going to say yes. He's going to take care of it. So he has a lot of responsibilities throughout the day.
That's pretty awesome. You have other people over here. He's been a huge part of the growth. We wouldn't have been able to do it without him. It's from your crew out here, Max. That's pretty cool.
Shout
So
out.
it sounds like you're a big time utility player, and I'm going to geek out a little bit here. I'm going to lose Zach for sure. I know for sure. I'm going to lose John partially out here. So Alex, best utility baseball player right now. Who is that?
The best utility baseball player right now.
Alex Jacobs. He's our baseball pro here.
I was going to say,
Who's the best utility baseball player right now in the game?
The best utility baseball player right now in the game. Oh, his game, the best utility. I'm gonna say his name's Oswaldo Peraza. He's a rookie, but he's gonna be good with the Yankees. Just wait and watch. So he might not be the best right now, but he's going to be very good soon.
He's going to be very, very soon. Awesome.
See, you said utility, and my mind went to internet bill, electric bill.
So, Alex, you see the struggle that I have with Zach. It's like we want to, get into a room and like talk sports and whatever, and John will throw out a word like utility, and he'll be like, well, I got to figure out my bill. What's my bill? We lose him very quickly.
Hey, Max is a sports guy, just so everyone knows.
You're a big
Baseball player. I was a big baseball player in high school. Growing
Were you
up,
really?
I was actually,
Nah.
I was set to play for the Padres, but I tore my rotator cuff.
Okay, now we know you're full of shit.
Age-old story.
You can think whatever you want, but I tore my rotator cuff. And look at this. I was a pitcher and a shortstop, right? And then I moved to third base because I got bigger in high school. I was, hitting the gym really hard. But when I was pitching, I went to pick somebody off at first base, and I just ripped my shoulder. My rotator cuff was done. I was hitting like, I don't know, it was like 94, 95 miles an hour in high school, pitching them.
That's what you were
Crazy,
hitting?
dude.
No, pitching them 94,
Pitching
95 miles an hour. Yeah. Hitting, hitting, it was whatever, dude.
What was
In
your
high school,
average?
it's like,
What was your average in
like,
baseball hitting?
We're not real competitive. Not real competitive. I don't know. In high school, I was like 475. So it was like, whatever. Not too bad.
So you were hitting almost 500 through high school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
dude,
sweet.
We're a small little area, dude. It's not like we're real competitive and we had like all the best players in the world, right? Dude, come on, dude. High school that was nothing. But again,
Jacob, 400 in
a
high
pool man
school.
instead.
Would that be that'd be a superstar, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say a superstar, but it'd be someone that someone would look at. Absolutely,
Radar.
someone would look
I
at
was
him and
like
be like,
475
radar
in high
guy.
school. See, told you, Edgar. What do you think in Puerto Rico, bro? You know what I mean? When you were playing back over there, playing stickball out there, bro.
Listen, my friend, Puerto Rico's got a lot of good baseball players, my friend. So I won't even start talking about Carlos Correa or Kike Hernandez or I'll just Lindor, Javier Baez. I mean, and I'm trying to blank on our closer for the Mets. Oh my God, how can I forget him?
Edwin Diaz.
Edwin
Diaz.
Diaz.
Yeah, there you go. Those Diaz, man. So anyways, guys, let's do this really quick. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will continue.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today. Pivot how you clean pools. Debris that makes it to the bottom always enters from the surface. Clean from the top with Ariel, a smart solar-powered pool skimming robot. She works around the clock skimming pesky and fine debris off the pool surface. Tell your customers about Ariel and earn big commission on every sale. With advanced solutions like Ariel, you'll spend less time at the pools you service, improve customer relations, and increase your bottom line. Plus, pool owners will enjoy a constantly swim-ready and healthy pool and lower energy bills. Visit Visit pivotpoolproducts.com/dealers to see how much you can earn and for resources on how to get your customers to ditch the net for good.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We continue our conversation with Alex Jacobs, and Alex Diaz. And by the way, while we were out, I found out that Zach did play t-ball when he was a little kid. So I got message sent in over here, and that was it. That's where he.
Mom's on there airing out all my dirty laundry.
She said that's it. You capped out at that point right there. And then I did send a message to Alex to kind of do some research because obviously he's still got some friends in Major League Baseball. So we're going to run a scouting report and kind of try to go back and try to find out if John played baseball in high school. So he's working on that, kind of running that through the scouts and trying to find out if he's pulling one over us.
I was also being scouted for the NFL and for the NHL at the same time. So I was just a superstar back then.
Oh my
I broke
God.
my pinky toe, which kept me from being able to be a fullback. And then my thumb got dislocated, so I couldn't play hockey anymore.
I do want you to know, Zach, that all of a sudden all your dirty laundry is starting to air out over here.
I know.
I guess you were a soccer star is what you were. What's up with that?
Soccer was my gig. I played for 12 years, spring and fall.
So Alex, look at what you're bringing out. You're bringing out all the sports on these guys by having you on, and John's like revealing all his things that they've never revealed. Now Zach is saying, John, did you ever think that Zach would play soccer for 12 years?
No, but if I had to pick a sport, it would be soccer or like a rugby or something like that, or lacrosse maybe, or some shit like that. I don't know. Cricket.
Hey, it's par for the course. I mean, every time I'm in a bar.
Yeah.
Oh, back in high school, I was.
Right. Everybody says that, right? That's why I'm saying it, right?
Throw this ball over the mountain.
Oh yeah.
I would have made the big leagues if I didn't, like you said, break my pinky toe.
Yeah, everybody was a superstar. Everybody was a superstar. Oh yeah, I would have been in the majors for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
instead I'm schlepping pools and I'm shoving tubs, baby. Let's get it.
Oh, but Zach, I did not know that you were a big, huge, almost recruit for soccer. So that's pretty awesome. So I appreciate your mom and your wife over here kind of airing out some of the good stuff that we don't know about you. So big shout out there. And by the way, Alex, thank you to you, because if it wasn't for you, nobody would be airing that. So I appreciate that. So Max, let me ask you a question, and I'm going to kind of put you on the spotlight. I'm going to put Zach on the spotlight, John. And I'm going to ask you, and by the way, be very careful, because John is going to dissect this question for the next 40 days before the show. And that is, what do you like the most about working for the Pool Boys?
Well,
choose carefully.
That's a good question. Let me be careful about that. No, I think
carefully.
I think my favorite part actually would be like the vision that we have in place, kind of the mission that we have in place, the goals we set, like just being transparent with the whole group. Like I said, growing together, felt always supported, heard, and appreciated. But I think that the best part is that we're setting goals and I'm able to see it start to happen. I think that that's the rewarding factor of that. I think taking pride in my work and actually being invested in this, and I think that's probably my favorite part. You don't get that just anywhere, and I think that starting when it was small actually helped a lot with that, being around early. But I think that my favorite part would probably be our mission, our goal to help people and grow the business.
So Zach, did he hit on all the key talking points you gave him? I heard like transparency, right? Vision, right? All this is like mission statement, values type shit, right? That a company would put out there and feed their employees, right?
Well, dude, I've been around
all of them.
I've been around since he started it. I was there when he was writing it down on a dry erase board, and so I'm the one that was, I feel like a part of it, and that's awesome. Something that I've never really felt before, to being actually like a part of this thing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. So Zach, I'm gonna kind of come back to. I'm not gonna. I have to be careful because if I give you too many compliments, your ego is gonna get too big. But that's another thing that you're really good at. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We have the conversations. You've got the vision, you've got the drive, you've got the goals, and you're just kind of able to kind of hit those. We talk about them all the time, but it's really cool to hear Max, that's in the trenches, him be able to say that, because it just kind of talks about all the hard work and the vision that you're trying to give the team. And it's definitely working. So big shout out to you.
Thank you guys. I
Look,
appreciate it.
Look, I want to jump in and kind of veer a little. I want to land on a real important point that I think anybody out there who's listening, especially if you work for somebody, or if you're out there servicing pools and you're listening to us right now or next week or whenever you stumble across us, what Max is saying, Edgar, what Zach is, one of the beautiful things about the pool industry is usually as a business owner, when you start off and you're servicing pools and you're doing however many 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, whatever your max is, and you get to that point, and it's a tough decision hiring and bringing on an employee. Just kind of goes to show that the opportunity that's there, because if you find a good company and a good person that's running it and you're working for them, if you bust your ass and you do what you need to do and you're there for that, whoever's running that company, and you're there, you get to be a part of the dream, or this of what could be of this company, and possibilities are endless. I always get told, how am I going to keep them? Or, what can we do? Or, they're not going to have room to grow, or we're going to lose them. Bullshit, right? You literally get to grow with the company. And I promise you, good people like Zach and Leslie, right? Good owners out there that have businesses and appreciate great employees. We really do. That you become a part of that vision, right? And you get to grow. And there's a lot of hard work you got to put in at first. And don't think for 1 second us as business owners, didn't put that grind in to get there. And when we make it, right, and we get to that point, we'll take care of the people that took care of us. So there's an opportunity out there for anybody that wants to work hard and do well. If you find yourself a good company to work for, even if they're small, that's probably the best way to go, because now you get to build that loyalty and that buy-in, and you get that friendship, and you're able to be a part of the vision and a part of the dream, right? So anyways, I just wanted to just throw that out there, because I think it's super important, because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm just a pool dude. No, if that's your mentality, that's all you are. If that's all you think, then that's all you are, and that's all your boss is going to treat you. Nobody's going to force you to want to be a part of something, right? You're going to have standard duties and what you need to do and expectations. You're going to be held accountable to it, and you're going to get paid for your job. But if you go above and beyond, right, and you have that, and you're in through the nitty gritty, through thick and thin, through trials and tribulation, the payoff is immense down the road. So congratulations, Max, and Zach. I mean, look, if I had to work for somebody, you'd be the person I'd work for, because I think you guys have it down right. You know what I mean? You guys are good people. You got a good company, and you truly want to do better, and provide the best for everybody and be fair. So you guys keep kicking ass. And that's all the compliments I'm ever going to give you, at least for another week. Zach.
Well, thank you. You're making me blush.
You're welcome.
At least after the show.
It needs to be told. It's hard, because there's a bunch of knuckleheads out there that manage businesses and treat their employees like shit, right? And there's a bunch of knucklehead pool guys and pool girls out there that they're not worth shit, right? And they don't care, and they're stealing, or they're doing this or doing that. So it's a beautiful thing to see a great employee, right? And to see a great company, and see how you guys, just, I know this isn't scripted, and, we talked offline before, Max, and, or we talked on the live, you can just hear it and see. Don't want to say anything that's going to piss your boss off. I get it, but Zach isn't the type of guy. Anyways, this isn't a love affair, but I just want to say thank you, and I think it was a perfect.
Isn't a bromance
for me to throw that little tidbit out there for listening.
So Zach has this shirt, and I'm gonna bring it back to sports, because my favorite. I'm gonna put it out. I always tell people I'm from Alabama, and I go root for the Roll Tide. So we have a coach, Nick Saban, that says trust the process, and I see Zach has a shirt that he wears. It's big letters, trust the process. And I think that's like the most important thing. I think just having a goal, trusting it, and just grinding every day. Keep your head down, and I think that's for me is just, and also having someone that is as invested into the company, like you said, anyone can just manage something and have it make money for them. But Zach's always investing his time, and it really rubs off, I think, on the team and builds that culture, and keeps people around, like you were saying.
Yeah, you're a product of your environment,
Exactly. Monkey see, monkey do.
My dad used to tell me, "Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are." Right? Show me, you're only as good as the worst person. You're only as good as your weakest employee. So, anyways, Alex, you have a different business model. You're not a pool guy, right? And not a sales guy, but you are in the industry and work with pools. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the industry and what exactly you do.
Well, guys, I'm Pool Cover Care, and first of all, I want to say congratulations, Max and Mr. Jacobs, on your nomination for Male 30 Under 40. Excited to see you guys in Vegas. You as well, Edgar, Zach, John. I didn't mention this before. I'm actually half Puerto Rican and half Argentinian. And, I heard 30 under 40, there's a pool builder there, Puerto Rican too. So, man, we got a podcast going on one day or something. I didn't know there was that many of us in the pool industry going to Vegas. This could get dangerous, folks. It could. You know what?
Can you imagine? All we do is talk pools in Puerto Rico. That's it. That's our podcast. But Puerto Rico and pools. That's it.
I'm getting nervous, John. I feel like we're gonna get booted here soon.
Right.
We're not gonna get the link one day to jump on.
Let's see. I'm sure you guys are wondering how I got started in the pool industry. Sometimes I wonder the same. 5 years ago, I was mowing grass. Pretty decent money, making about $22 an hour with benefits. And a buddy of mine approached me and said, I got about maybe 30 hours worth of work a week, and I'll pay you $15 an hour to come help me do pool covers. I said yes. As much as mowing grass was nice and relaxing, it wasn't really challenging. And as I started to get a little older, I was kind of starting to feel like, man, I want to impact, and has like a long lasting effect on people. And man, I think that we found that today in what we're doing currently.
So what is it specifically that you guys do? Because you don't clean pools. You're not in sales. You're not in manufacturing. So what is it that you guys do?
So what we do is, after a new pool cover is installed, we look to come in and basically keep it looking new and keep it working. It's not that crazy of a concept. However, the status quo in this industry, niche industry that is pool covers within the pool industry, these poor covers have been so neglected. You'd be amazed at the properties that I've been to and the nastiness that I've seen on a pool cover. These are properties that have the pool cleaned twice a week, but the cover's got a ton of algae on it. It's crazy. It doesn't have to be that way, and what we look to do is complement the pool pro and really provide that expertise, that know-how, and that care that people don't get when it comes to pool covers. It's just not there. So that's what we do. We're looking to change culture. Lucky for me, I learned how to install them first and fix them, and then I learned how to clean them. And I found quickly that the gap covers was in cleaning. There's a ton of companies that do installation, companies that'll come fix your pool cover. We look to take fixing pool covers just totally out of the equation. We make pool covers great again. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what Peerless Pool Cover Care is here to do.
So you guys, you basically maintenance the cover as far as keeping it clean, keeping it right. And I'm imagine that it increases the longevity of the covers and, you know, makes the investment last longer. Is that the case?
Substantially. When I first started, I had a client that had a 10-month-old cover and it was leaking because the sun had damaged over the course of 10 months. Luckily, they called me and I said, hey guys, let's get this warranted. 6 months later, after a couple of months of their new cover, it's time to get that thing taken care of and conditioned so it doesn't happen again. And yeah, now it's only been 2 years. That cover looks great. And essentially, that's exactly the model that we're striving for, so to say. So yes, the cleaning and conditioning does help the fabric last longer. It also helps if I come on a recurring basis, I can make the small adjustments to keep the cover from breaking. You know, if there's no one that comes and touches it, then it's just until it runs and runs. John said, you know, last time, $100,000 car, run it 25,000 miles, same thing. You know, you just, I mean, it's got a motor, you know, like it is a lot like, and you'd be surprised how much little maintenance it needs and little adjustments to basically have it run perfect, just like a pool. So yeah, that's what we do.
I love it. And it is a very niche thing. Do you guys have competition, or are you like the first kind of to create this model and this concept?
You know, there's people that clean covers, you know, I would say, and there's people in my area that clean covers. I would say that there's no one that does what we really provide that unique experience because of the fact that we've actually learned how to them. We've learned how to take them out of the box and install them. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. If you just know how to clean covers, you don't know of pool covers. So you can't really provide people the kind of service this does. And then essentially what we do is from there, work with the pool pros and pool builders to really enrich, you know, the quality of life that people have in their backyards. It's been 2 times this week, and I've had 2 different ladies tearing up when talking. It's crazy. Like you wouldn't believe it, but I'm dead serious. One lady in a bad way and one lady in a good way. The lady was so upset at how it looked, and in her backyard, it was really a nice backyard in Santa Monica, and it was the biggest eyesore there. It just was, ugh. And it smelled, and it was like, whoa. And she was talking about it. She's getting teary-eyed, you know. And then a second, the opposite, teary-eyed because her cover is so perfect, loves it, and that's exactly why we're there. So, those are the 2 people and people like that I'm in business for. You know, I'm in business to, you know, when you see how moved they are when I give them their backyard back, it just, there's nothing else I'd rather do than clean pool covers and take care of people.
Look, I love how, one, your low-key confidence, right? I dig that, right? Like, is there other people do? Yeah, there's other people that do, but they don't do it like me, right? You know, I dig that. And then you make pool covers and what you're doing sound like sexy, bro. You know, it's like I'm sitting here, you sold the story, bro, and I'm sitting there going like, fuck, dude, what does he do to these damn covers that make them look so beautiful that people are like moved and like crying, and like send me some before and afters because I need to know, or I need to see the magic that you're working, because it's like, wow, it's like an experience that you're providing for your clients, and I don't know, but however you're selling it, you got me. And look, I'm a salesman, and you have me like digging in and listening and just wondering and thinking and like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell do you do to these covers? You know, I want to see some befores and afters. So can you send some when you have some?
Most definitely. And of course, feel free to check out the work that we do. We're very lively on Instagram. We post stories like every day, multiple ones. We try to show people what the covers are like when we get there, what they're like when we leave believe Christina, who's the one that talked me into leaving my old job to start my own business, is the one who dialed in our Instagram. In just a few months, we had over like 1,000 followers, and we get DM'd from all over the world: South Africa, Australia, Zimbabwe, Europe. I mean, like, the list goes on of these crazy places that we'll get, United Arab Emirates, like, people like, how much to clean pool cover? Like, wow, I don't know. I would never go there.
You're going to pay for the ticket?
Dude, over there, Dubai, private jet.
Right, maybe I should throw a number out there,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
150,000, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think what's really awesome about pool professionals is that you guys understand it's a brotherhood, and we're all there to lift each other, to help each other pay our bills. We're all there to support each other's families. Man, what a great industry to be involved in. So I'm honored, extremely honored, to be nominated for this award, to be speaking with you guys tonight. And I just can't wait to see what the future's like for Peerless.
And here's the beauty of it, John. When we talk, first of all, I'm going to go back to Alex Jacobs. You know, we were having our conversation about all the people that come into the industry from all different types of businesses and stuff like that. And Alex comes from Major League Baseball. Like, you would never think that somebody would make that career change, and for him to see the opportunities. And we're a very niche industry, right? And even what we do, Zach, John, we do something that's very niche, right? So we do the podcast, we do To the Pool Pro, which is even, more niche. But within this industry, you have so many smart people that are in the industry and you don't get that mix a lot, right? I'll compare it to hotels. You have a lot of people that are very intelligent, but they're just kind of built for that type of job, that type of thing that they're going to do. They're really not the entrepreneurs or intrapreneurs, however you say it. But our industry, for some reason, it just is a magnet for that. And you get so many people that are so smart, that are so skilled at so many different things, but yet we're such a niche industry. And so I get excited when I talk to Alex, because Alex, first of all, John, is, like you were saying, passionate about pool covers, right? And when you're going to go into business, one of the things that you want to do is be passionate about it, right? Two is you want to find something that's a niche that maybe other people aren't doing. And a lot of people would probably be like, oh, this guy's crazy. Like, why go into, cleaning pool coverage and doing that? And it's like genius. It's like, there's nobody else out there doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the beauty of it, and when you got me, Alex, is one of the things that I always talk about is you have to sell an experience. A lot of people get into business and they don't sell the experience of what it is that you do. And when you have the ability to sell the experience, you outperform everybody else tenfold to one. And just as you're talking about it, and you want to do a great service and you want to do that VIP, kind of that same mentality that John has. But then when you hit and you're talking about, specifically, giving them that last piece to the equation is huge. And I love it. And this is what I freaking love about our industry. It's so many different things.
Edgar, you nailed it.
I just saw it as a missing piece of the puzzle. It was clear. I had an old boss that once said, if it makes sense, thinking about it, like it just was abundantly clear. Like, no one does this, and this is really neglected. And why do they break? It just doesn't have to be that way. So, we're excited. I wanted to touch on one last thing. Man, pool covers. We have such a different thing than. It's so funny. I talk to people all over the world that kind of ask me, like, well, what else do you do? Do you clean the pool too? And I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about your pool. So I think what I'm getting at is that we know what we do, and we also don't. When it comes to the pools, I go to the pros. you know, I go to you guys. Specifically, I also wanted to talk about the fact that we've done covers for so many that are listening to this podcast and listen to your Instagram live. Gosh, Pure Swim, MD Pool Rescue, Aqualab, HH Pool and Spa. You know, it's the West Coast Pool Covers, Cover Pro California. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So we really feel like just like we've entrenched ourselves in this industry, and we're blessed. We're blessed to be here. We're blessed to be entrusted with the pool covers by so many, and we just can't wait again to see what it's like in the future.
Awesome. So, do you want to take another break, or what are we going to do here?
John, take over, buddy. Let's take a word from our
You want me to
sponsors
take
and when we
over?
come back. Yeah, take over. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, I'm like I'm in the groove right now.
He's fired up today.
I'm like,
You know what it is?
yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Alex, I think it's all the baseball talk, and it took him back to his
It
days when he was a
I
pitcher and a
was, yeah,
third
I was.
baseman and a shortstop. Were you a catcher too, John?
Oh, dude, I was a catcher, and then I also played left field. You know, I was everywhere, bro. I was a pinch hitter. I was the fastest guy on the team, as you can tell.
John.
No.
So
So
listen.
I want to just top off what Alex was saying, and I just clarify. Sometimes I come off a little. That was 100% compliment, right? That I was giving you. I'm kind of joking, but 100% that was a compliment toward you, and you're doing a phenomenal job, and it is what you're trying to accomplish, and I think that you have the perfect mentality while you're doing it, right? So I wish you all the best of luck when it comes down to the pool covers, and I am looking forward to I'm gonna go look at your Instagram. I suck at Instagram. Mama who gets on there, so I don't. My apologies. I'll get on there and I'll look and I'll see some of the befores and afters, but if you can kind of send me those pictures too, that would be kind of great, because all I'm doing is you painted a picture in my head, and this is all I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you're out there, right? You're like dressed to the T, you're looking sharp. You got this beast of a pool cover that's just trash, right? And isn't working.
So far, so true.
Right? You bust out, you roll out with all your badass sprays, UV protectants, cleaners, oil, your toolbox, all your good stuff. You go in there, and then you bring like a boom box from like the 80s, right? And you're playing like "I'll make love to you," right? And you're sitting there going, and you're getting it all cleaned up and all perfect and ready to go. That's what I'm envisioning, right? That's the dream you sold me right there. And I'm like, dude, that is badass, right? Because I mean, you have to have a love or a passion for what you're doing, right? In order to speak the way you're speaking about it. It's not like, yeah, I do, you know what I mean? And the love for it, and it really, really comes out in any time you talk about it or explain it, which makes me think that that you're gonna have nothing but success in doing it. So, congratulations, that's badass. Good for you.
Hey,
Thank you so much to everyone here tonight. No, I appreciate that, John, immensely.
Okay.
That's actually the second time you've sang tonight.
Right.
I know. What's up with that? So I do want to talk to a couple people that jumped online here and that just listened to us talk about John playing baseball and stuff like that. And everybody's just going, what? Wait, I just got here. What the hell's going on with this whole John baseball thing that's going on? So you guys are going to have to listen into the podcast. John played baseball. He was almost signed by who? Was it that almost signed you?
Padres.
The Padres almost signed him. So, Matt, if you haven't listened to that story, go out there, listen to, you talk to John all the time, have him tell you the story out there. So anyways, guys, let's do this. Let's take a word from King. You were the home run king?
In T-ball.
In T-ball. That was Zach from what we hear. So, hey, I am going to come back. We're going to take a word from our sponsors. Alex, I am going to ask you a question, and I'm going to put you on the tough spot here. And I'm going to go back to baseball because I'm a little bit of a baseball fan, and maybe Max will kind of get into this little bit debate. But I want you to think about it, and I want you to tell me when we come back, who is the best baseball player of all time? So when we come back, we'll get right in.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add recurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable, and these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today. Pivot how you clean pools. Debris that makes it to the bottom always enters from the surface. Clean from the top with Ariel, a smart solar-powered pool skimming robot. She works around the clock skimming pesky and fine debris off the pool surface. Tell your customers about Ariel and earn big commission on every sale. With advanced solutions like Ariel, you'll spend less time at the pools you service, improve customer relations, and increase your bottom line. Plus, pool owners will enjoy a constantly swim-ready and healthy pool and lower energy bills. Visit pivotpoolproducts.com/dealers to see how much you can earn and for resources on how to get your customers to ditch the net for good.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We're talking to Alex Jacobs. We're talking to Mr. Max Brown and Alex Diaz from Peerless Pool Covers out there. So big shout out to everybody out there listening. By the way, John, everybody's still freaking out over the baseball thing. So I think you might need to kind of explain that a lot. This chat thing's going nuts over here. So, so anyway, so guys, I want to get your final thoughts, but before I do that, just because Max and I are really interested. Max, by the way, was sending me messages over here while we were on taking our word from our sponsors, Alex, with regards to who the best baseball player of all time is. And so he's very intrigued. So who do you think that is?
Who I think that Max thinks, or who I think?
No, who you are. You're more of a pro at it than we are. So we want to put you in the hot spot and tell us who is the best baseball player of all times.
It's such a loaded question. I mean, you can say Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb, Ted Williams. I mean, you could Ken Griffey Jr. Current era.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was getting to, and I should have said this when you asked me the best utility player. No one really since Babe Ruth has done what Shohei Ohtani has done in baseball, doing what he won a Cy Young Award, I think, maybe MVP in the past. But dude, what he's doing is a generational player alongside Mike Trout, both on that team. I mean, it should be a special team. It really should be a special team. I can kind of tell you why it's not on the back end, but that's for a story for another day. But with those two guys are on the same team, it's a joy to watch. People are going to remember those two for a long, long time.
See, I get very excited about this conversation, and I can take this podcast in a whole different direction. Zach already fell asleep, and John, because he didn't get drafted, could care less as to what our conversation is. But I'm gonna have to agree with you 100%. Max, what are your thoughts to that?
So, actually, growing up, my dad's a big Cardinals fan. So, it's been in the news. Albert Pujols, the machine. What is he at? He had 703 officially.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I remember when I was just a kid going, like, some of my first baseball games, I was going to see him. I saw him hit a home run from behind home plate, and ever since then, I've got a soft spot for the machine. So I think Pujols is, I gotta say, for me, the best and my favorite.
For you.
Yeah.
Max, can I ask you a question really quick?
Yes, sir.
Is that a Forrest Gump Alabama jersey behind you?
That is awesome.
Thought y'all might like that. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's just badass, is what that is.
Yes, sir.
And again, John has to look like he has no idea what the hell's going on. No,
Look, no, I was all about baseball up until until 95, and then after that, I stopped watching. Never watched. I mean, I'll tell you a story about me. When I was born, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, Baskin Robbins used to have those little hats,
the helmets,
right?
helmets,
little plastic helmets, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they were, right? My newborn picture was with the Boston Red Sox Baskin Robbins little helmet on, or a little ice cream thing on. And that's my newborn picture. So I was a Red Sox fan up until my dad passed away in the early 90s, and after that I stopped watching or doing anything with baseball. But
so was your dad a huge baseball fan?
Dude, oh my God, dude. He was there when Buckner screwed up the that ground ball for the World Series for the Red Sox. Every year that was
86.
He was at the game and he was crying because he was such a Red Sox fan. He used to live in Boston, in Lynn, Massachusetts, and he was a huge Red Sox fan. And then they moved out to LA. And I was a big baseball fan too back. But I know everything about baseball up until like early 90s, and after that I know my favorite player was probably, I'd say, well, the best of all time I think would be Ted Williams. My favorite baseball player was Frank Thomas from the. I just loved the Big Hurt.
That's pretty awesome.
Not that you were going to ask me, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
No, you just got some huge credibility with me, because I thought you were schlecking me.
Look, let's go to the batting cages when we go to Texas. And I'm going to show you.
I'll just get hit with the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to be that old guy who thinks he can still do it, right? You know what I mean? I'm going to end up fucking up my back or something's going to happen, right? But
we end up in the hospital with John.
I will get blisters.
You get blisters for swinging at strikes. Does that happen, Alex? Do you get?
Yeah, from striking out so much at the batting cages. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Alex, are you a baseball fan?
Not much.
No?
I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, which means that I've so much heartbreak that I cannot follow another team. I just can't. I was a Dodgers fan for a long time. Enough heartbreak. And then they finally win the World Series. When I stopped watching, it's hilarious. No, I'm a big Buffalo fan. I've been to Buffalo several times. I wear the jersey a lot, have a lot of hats. People see me all the time. They're like, "Oh, hey, you're from Buffalo." No, I'm actually from LA. But I don't watch much baseball, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, so guys, let's get to the end of the podcast. Zach, let me get your final thoughts.
Yeah, it was awesome talking to you guys tonight. And I want to say, big congratulations on your nominations. That's super cool. And it is a very big deal in our industry. And I look forward to meeting everyone in Vegas. And, Alexander, I'm really looking forward to the VIP tour of United Aqua Group. So you could be the first one. We've been invited and told, but you could be the first one to actually take us out. So
we'll me, you, Connor, we'll make it happen. Kyle, Dan, we'll all be there for you. We'll welcome you.
perfect.
Everyone's invited to. Bring Max. Alex, come on down. Check out the store too. Edgar, John, rock
Max
and
will
roll.
be there. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And Alex, your story was actually very intriguing to me. And the thing that I love about it is that I've been in this industry for 12 years. It's not a real long time, but I'm very, I would say, involved as far as trying to learn about things, trying to understand things. And, you start to feel like you kind of know all the ins and outs of the industry, maybe not the technical details, but you kind of know what goes on. And it just amazes me that even today it's like I learned something new. Like there is this service that you're offering that's just something that I never even considered. And I think it's really a cool thing. The way I kind of relate it is like you used the car analogy earlier. It's like detailing your car, right? And keeping it in shape and a little tune up. So I thought that was super cool. So thanks for sharing that. And Max, I'm so stoked to have you on here, and I'm super proud of you, dude. Like watching you grow from when we first had the interview to today has been just super motivating for me. And I'm excited for you to get to Vegas and get to see the show. And I have a feeling, like I was saying, this industry is really big, and I think it'll open your eyes up a little bit more to how big our industry really is. A lot of people don't; they get stuck in the day to day, and they don't realize how expansive it is. So I'm really looking forward to that.
John, final thoughts.
See, I would have waited for 5 minutes until you said something. Look. Again, I'm gonna bounce off what Zach said. I've already spoken a lot. I even sang a little bit in this podcast. Congratulations, gentlemen. It is a definite honor to be in your shoes, and it is. I know it's not something that is just given to anybody, right? It's hard work and people, and not only it's hard enough to do the work that we do constantly in whatever aspect we are in the industry, or whatever portion or whatever role we play in the industry, but to get recognized from peers, right, and from other people who has to nominate you, right, and put you up there, that's pretty badass. And it tickles me to know that as an industry we're really coming together and starting to recognize all these badass people we have, right, that are out there grinding every single day. And it's not just the pool guys and the pool girls that are that are out there cleaning, or the builders, right, the biggest, baddest, beautifulest builder out there, right, or the biggest company with the most clients, or the with so many trucks out there. But it's the ones out in the trenches, right, that are making it happen, and others that might not be directly service pools, but are part of the industry in other ways, like you, Alex, right, and what you're doing, and you're a trendsetter. I'm sure there's going to be many more down the road that are going to follow in your foot, but because you kind of helped pave that way, which is a pretty beautiful thing. I can already see Zach on the break. He went on his whiteboard and said, "Look into pool covers. Maybe that's something we can offer out in Texas." That's the way he thinks. But just congratulations to everybody. Thanks for putting up with us on a Thursday evening. You guys out in Vegas as well. So
Absolutely. I'm going to have to agree. These are some of my favorite podcast guys, because we get to meet a lot of people, and we always talk about people in the industry, but we get to actually meet people, talk to them, get their stories, where they're coming from, where they want to go. So it's super exciting. And just, looking at the screen and having three completely different guys, right? You got somebody that's in the trenches, scrubbing tubs, like John says. You got Alex that's, new into the industry, and not just into any sales, but they're kind of in a niche, something with the United Aqua Group, which is a buying group, which is different from distributors and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of fun. And then you have Alex on the other side in a completely niche industry. And so those are the things that I love to see about our industry and be able to meet so many people like that. So I'm going to thank you guys for coming onto the podcast, joining us tonight, spending some time with us, getting to know you guys. I'm super excited to be able to get to meet you guys in person in the Vegas show. Max, the invitation is still there. We are going to run it till we're about that close to getting arrested. That's how we're going to run our night, the night before the awards. Both of you, Alex, are more than welcome to join us the night before, but we're going to go out and party and do crazy things until we're almost arrested so that we could talk about it afterwards on the podcast. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. Zach, John, thank you for your time. Everybody, we'll catch you guys next Wednesday on the Instagram Live. Everybody, have a great night.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or PoolNationPodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolmanUniversity.com.